The battle for the heir and crown prince of Ajero has begun. Will prophecy of Ebora, the deity of the forbidden forest, be fulfilled? Can Oba Adeguruye escape his fate? Watch till the end to uncover the truth. The two princes are Detomiwa, son of Oluri Amoke, and Prince Ademide, son of Oluri Adesuwa, were the pride of Ajero Kingdom. As they grew, they showed signs of strength, wisdom, and courage. Both boys were very intelligent. They spoke clearly even at a young age. They worked early and they never got seriously ill. Everyone in the kingdom believed they were gifts from the gods. However, as time passed, people began to notice differences between the two. Adetomiwa, the elder, by a few minutes, was more serious, brave, and always wanted to lead. He liked to play war games, lead the palace guards in pretest battles. Ademide, on the other hand, was calm, clever, loved books. He was the kind that would ask deep questions even adults could not answer. Though they loved each other, a silent competition began between them. Their mothers also began to compare them, though they didn't say it out loud. Olori Amoke wanted her son to become king. Olori Adesuwa also wished the crown for her own child. Even the servant took sides quietly. And unknown to many, the prophecy of Ebora was already starting to come true. One day, during a wrestling match organized for the twin princes, something strange happened. Both boys had agreed to fight in fun just to entertain the chiefs. The match started with laughter. The boys were smiling and joking at first, but as the match went on, their faces changed. Adetomiwa pinned Ademide to the ground roughly. Ademide became angry. He kicked Adetomiwa in the stomach. The crowd fell silent. The two boys began to fight seriously, like warriors. They pushed, hit, and rolled on the ground until the king shouted, "Stop it!" Palace guards rushed to separate them. The king was troubled. After the event, he called both sons into his chamber. "You are not enemies," he told them. "You are brothers. Do not let the crown come between you." The boys apologized, but in their hearts, the seed of rivalry had already been planted. That night, the king sat alone and whispered, "Ebora, your warning has started to happen." As the boys turned 18, it was time to begin the process of choosing the next crown prince. The elders suggested that one of them must begin training as heir, but which one? Chief Otun said, "Kabiyesi, Adetomiwa is the elder. He should be crown prince." But Chief Balogun said, "Ademide is wiser and more diplomatic. He is better fit to lead." The king was torn. He loved both sons equally. He feared that choosing one over the other could break the family and even the kingdom. So he decided to test both of them. He gave each prince a village to manage for 6 months. Adetomiwa ruled his village with strength and command. He built roads, enforced laws, and trained local youth as warriors. But some villagers complained that he was too harsh. Ademide led his village with patience and ideas. He created a market, improved farming, and reduced crime by talking to the youth. But some said he was too soft and too slow to act. After 6 months, both returned to the palace. The reports were mixed. The king was more confused than ever. One evening, a palace guard rushed in. "Kabiyesi, a strange old man is at the gate. He says his name is Ajoji." The king stood up. It had been almost 20 years since he last saw Ajoji. He ran out to meet the man. Ajoji looked older but still walked strong. Ajoji, where have you been? Ajoji smiled. I came back because the time has come. The prophecy is now moving. The king became worried. Will my sons destroy each other? Ajoji sat down beside him. Not unless you guide them, but be warned. The crown must not be forced. Let the one chosen by fate wear it. If you try to control the decision, the result may be deadly. Obadegoroye held his head in his hands. How do I choose between two sons? Joji looked him in the eyes. Let the ancient fish speak again. Obadegoroye, curious and surprised. But we already ate the ancient fish. Ajoji smiled. Go to the royal pond. You will find another ancient golden fish. The next morning, the king called the whole royal council. He explained Ajoji's plan. The ancient fish that brought them into this world will decide their future. Everyone agreed. A ceremony was held at the royal pond where the fish lived in deep clear water. Both princes were asked to approach the pond with clean hearts. A priest sprinkled sacred water on them. Whichever the fish swims toward first will be the chosen crown prince, the priest declared. The whole kingdom watched in silence. Both princes knelt by the pond. The ancient fish circled under the water slowly. The moment was tense. Suddenly, the fish began swimming toward Prince Ademide. People gasped. Olori Adesuwa covered her mouth in shock. Olori Amoke clenched her fist. But just as the fish got close, it turned and swam toward Prince Adetomiwa. It circled him twice, then stopped at the middle. The fish then swam back and hid deep in the pond. Confusion filled the air. What does this mean? A chief asked. Ajoji spoke calmly. The gods have not chosen yet. The future is still shaping itself. That night, both princes went to sleep with heavy hearts. Each one now saw the other as a threat to his future. After the strange event at the pond, tension filled the palace. The people in the kingdom began to whisper, maybe the gods want both princes to rule together, or maybe the gods are angry. The two queens stopped speaking to each other. The palace became divided. Servants, chiefs, and even guards began to take sides. Some supported Adetomiwa, others supported Ademide. The king tried to keep peace, but something in the air had changed. Suspicion and jealousy started growing fast. Unknown to the king, a powerful chief, Babai Faseyi, had started meeting secretly with both queens. He told Olori Amoke, your son must not lose the crown. I will help you, but it will come at a price. He told Olori Adesuwa the same thing. Each queen believed she was the only one with his support, but Babai Faseyi had his own plan. He wanted to control the next king, whoever it was. One night, a strange message was sent to Prince Ademide. It was a warning from an old palace maid. Be careful, my prince. Someone in the palace is trying to poison your food. Ademide was shocked. He couldn't believe it. But the next morning, he gave his food to his royal dog. But after eating, the dog died. He told his father, but the king wasn't sure what to believe. You think someone wants to kill you? Why would they do that? Ademide looked at his brother during the meeting but said nothing. Meanwhile, Prince Adetomiwa heard that his brother had accused him of poisoning. He became angry. So now he wants to destroy my name just to get the crown. The rift between the brothers grew wider. Then one evening, Ademide's room was attacked by unknown men with knives. He survived, but barely. The king was furious. He ordered the guards to investigate, but the attackers escaped into the forest. Ademide packed his things and ran away that night. He left the kingdom, went into exile in a nearby village under disguise. With Ademide gone, the whole royal council pushed the king to name Adetomiwa as the next Oba. The people were tired of waiting. They wanted a clear leader. Reluctantly, Obadeguruye crowned his first son as crown prince of Ajero kingdom. The ceremony was grand, but many people noticed that Olori Adesua and our loyal chiefs were missing. Some villagers whispered, "This crown was forced, something is not right." But the king tried to stay hopeful. "Maybe now peace will return to the kingdom," he said to Ajoji. But Ajoji shook his head slowly. "Not until the prophecy ends. One will rise and one will fall. The bloodline will pay the price." 2 years passed. Prince Adetomiwa ruled the kingdom well, but with an iron fist. He built strong walls, trained more soldiers, and punished criminals harshly. Many people feared him, few loved him. One evening, word spread like wildfire. Prince Ademide has returned. He had grown into a bold man with scars from his exile. He returned not to fight, but to speak to the king. He knelt before his father. "Baba, I did not run. I was haunted. I now return not for the crown, but for justice and vengeance." Obadeguruye was weak and sick by now. He wanted peace before his death. He called both sons into his chamber. "I will die soon. You two are my legacy. If you fight after I am gone, the gods will not forgive you." The next day, the king died. He was buried in royal tradition. The kingdom mourned deeply, but beneath the sadness, a storm was coming. On the 8th night after the king's death, a thick darkness fell on Ajero kingdom. It came earlier than usual. Then the sky turned red. Thunder cracked loud without rain. Dogs barked. Birds flew in circles. Children cried in their sleep. Suddenly, Igbo àìwọ, the forbidden forest, lit up with fire, but nothing burned. A voice thundered from the trees. "You disrespected the crown. You ignored the balance. You forced what should have flowed." The entire palace trembled. Out of the forest walked a glowing figure, the Ebora, the ancient spirit. Everyone fell to the ground, shaking. Ebora turned to Prince Adetomiwa. "You ruled with pride and fear, not justice." Then to Prince Ademide, "You allowed revenge to guide your return, not truth." Then to the palace elders, "You broke your oath to guard the kingdom with honesty." Then to Baba Ifaseyin, who has secretly betrayed both sides, "You are the serpent behind the wall. You shall speak no more." The Ebora stretched its hand. Baba Ifaseyin's mouth disappeared. He fell down crying silently. Then the Ebora said, "One must fall. Only one can lead. The gods will decide." The earth opened between the princes. A deep pit glowed with fire. The two brothers looked at each other. They knew they must fight, but not with weapons, with truth. Each was told to speak before the gods. A single lie would drag him into the pit. Ademide spoke first. I was born second, but I never wanted the crown by force. I only wanted peace. Adeto Miwa spoke next. I protected the kingdom. I ruled with order. But yes, I feared my brothers returned. I allowed others to fight for me. The ground shook again. The pit closed. The Ebora looked at both of them. Both of you have failed, and yet both have hope. Then the Ebora turned to the crowd. Ajero shall not fall today, but neither prince shall rule now. A new ruler shall rise, not of blood, but of destiny. The Ebora vanished into the forest. The next morning, a young girl unknown to the palace was found sleeping at the palace gate. She held a staff made of golden wood. The priest who examined her fell to the ground and said, "The gods have sent us a ruler." Years later, the girl became the first female king of Ajero, a wise leader, loved by all. As for the twins, they both became guardians of the kingdom, forever protecting the throne they once fought for. The end.